He came to Los Angeles as a traveler, hurtling through space toward infinity, vestiges of childhood falling away like dimensions. Hi everyone, my name's Agnes, and this is going to be my review of Zeroville by Steve Erickson. This was published in 2007, and it's Erickson's eighth novel and probably his most famous work. Set in the 1970s, the novel follows Vicker, a young, inexperienced man with violent tendencies who's obsessed with movies and has a scene from A Place in the Sun with Montgomery Clift and Elizabeth Taylor tattooed on his shaved head. So he comes to Hollywood in 1979 to be surrounded by people who share his passion for movies, but instead he pretty soon realizes that most of the people that he meets in Los Angeles at the time don't really know or care that much about movies. They're more interested in the music scene and indulging in hedonism and different forms of experimentation. The novel explores and to some extent critiques the transformations that took place in the Hollywood film industry during the decline of the studio system and the rise of young radical filmmakers, the so-called New Hollywood, by showing us how some of the film industry veterans were underappreciated and basically pushed out of the industry because of Hollywood's increasing obsession with youth culture. The novel also looks at the beginnings of LA's punk rock movement. Even Vicker, who is obsessed with movies, is unwittingly drawn to the raw sound of early punk rock. For example, at one point he mentions that he likes that song about the dog, of course referring to I Wanna Be Your Dog by the Stooges. I think Vicker is a fascinating character, and there's a terrifying intensity about his passion for movies. One of the characters even describes him as cine-autistic because of his unique view of the world that seems to be completely shaped and influenced by the movies that he has watched. The novel is a surreal, funny, sometimes disorienting love letter to film that seems to suggest that movies somehow transcend time and manage to articulate our collective dreams and experiences even after the people that actually made them are long gone. It's interesting how the author plays with the idea of time as a loop or as a reel. Vicker believes that a movie exists in all time and all time exists in a movie. And later in the book, he makes a strange discovery that kind of confirms this idea and connects all the movies that have ever been made. What I also found interesting is how the novel is split into hundreds of short chapters that are numbered and seem to mimic the way a film is cut and put together in the process of editing. For example, there will be a break in a sentence that would continue on in the next chapter, or a new chapter would indicate a transition to a new setting or scene. I thought that was very creative. And I think a great companion book to Zeroville would be Peter Biskind's nonfiction book, Easy Riders, Raging Bulls, that provides a great overview about the changes that took place in the Hollywood film industry at the time, and it definitely helps recognize many of the references to films, directors and actors that are included in the novel and are an integral part to the narrative. So I think that the more you know about this time period, the more you will enjoy the novel, and this was definitely one of my top reads of the year so far, maybe even one of my favorite reads of all time. So if you pick it up, do let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts, and thanks for watching. Bye!